Welcome to Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California, home to the Aztecs of San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Commodores will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Handoff from the gun. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. And the Aztecs want to crank the tempo.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Down for the offense. Johnson wants to throw it. Getting some heat. Oh, he's going to go up top. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
He's looking to throw it. Skips away from pressure. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Johnson looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying along the field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Running with power. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. From the gun, running back gets to give. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Oh, how did he make that move? He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Johnson wants to throw it, trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But 2, you got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that one.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vandy.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing, reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive on it.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. They give it to him again. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy that you can give the ball that can make such big plays? It makes play calling fun. It makes offense fun. Everything's built off of this, but when you can block it up front and give the ball to a speed so they can fly down the field, offense is a heck of a lot of fun.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
On the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it. So got to take care of that football.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
That's the end of the first quarter. Vanderbilt 7, San Diego State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Johnson looking to throw. Steps away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC would be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Third down play from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Here comes the offense on first down. They go to the ground. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Off the RPO, complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be legal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays, those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Movement here from the tight end. Back to pass. It's O'Neal. He looks that one in nicely. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On the option. He'll toss it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, San Diego State.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it.
Off he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Doors. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, San Diego State, 0.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The option look.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
From the gun, running back on the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. Gonna take a shot. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Dances away. Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. They'll run the screen. Bulls his way forward. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Commodores. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down in bounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
21, San Diego State, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
0.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gonna run it. It's Sutton. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Aztecs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Coming after it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Direct snap. The Commodores have a first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
At midfield, he's got room. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Oh, the attempt is no good. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
From the gun, the running back has it. Fighting off the defender. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. And the Aztecs moving quickly to the line. On the ground, it's Sutton. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got a lot of running room. At the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs! He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. BYU was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Cougars performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's open. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up, and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
At the 35-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Vanderbilt 28, San Diego State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Looking left. And the pass hits. Picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or he can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Feeling some heat. Now improvising. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted!
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Going up top on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Vandy. And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's going to take off. Breaks the tackle. Nice move to keep running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Aztecs will hustle to the line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Goes to the option. Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He's turning it loose into the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. Well, I guess they call it a free safety for a reason. He was free to do a little ad-libbing there.
Yeah, and most of the time you have that guy in the middle of the field kind of reading the quarterback's eyes, playing the quarterback. You could tell he was dialed into the quarterback, saw him, saw he was taking off, went to him, got him on the ground.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They're bringing heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. He finds his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dances away from the heat. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, situation, we got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. Thank goodness that thing kept rolling and went out of bounds.
Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Commodores will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his second catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Buys a little time. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They're facing a 3rd down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer.